We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. and we're tracking the next weather maker. Another round of winter weather is expected to move in overnight. Just how much snow we could see and if it'll be enough to impact schools tomorrow. We are tracking your tax dollars. We'll look at where they're being spent as the governor rolls out his budget proposal. And despite growing criticism, Governor Westmore is standing by the work of DJS Secretary Vincent Schiraldi. We'll look at the concerns being raised by his current and former colleagues. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. Topping your Session 2024 coverage today in Annapolis, Baltimore County Delegate Nino Mangione is planning to introduce a bill that would create more transparency from elected leaders when it comes to raising taxes and fees in Maryland.
I think citizens obviously have a right to know how their elected officials are voting. And they especially have a right to know whether or not their elected officials are voting to raise taxes or fees.
The push comes just one day after Governor Westmore unveiled his $63 billion budget proposal. We have team coverage of the work being done in Annapolis. We start with Shannon Lilly for a closer look at the budget proposal. Shannon.
Well, we are seeing more funding go toward public safety in several areas with this proposed budget. One of those areas is the Department of Juvenile Services, even amid controversy over that department's effectiveness. But let's take a closer look at how this budget breaks down. Governor Moore's proposed budget includes $127 million for local law enforcement agencies, and that is $5 million more than last year. It also includes $10 million for his new Center for Firearm Prevention and Intervention, and an additional $16 million for programming inside the Department of Juvenile Services.
But if we put children into a system that makes them more likely to commit crime, we're doing it wrong.
Now, Governor Moore says he believes in accountability and consequences for young offenders, but as you just heard there, he also believes in rehabilitation, which is why he's pushing for more funding for programming. He's asking lawmakers to approve $4.4 million to expand DJS's Thrive Academy from 190 juveniles to 300 statewide. He also wants $12 million in new funding for enhanced community services and $3 million in new funding for assisted outpatient treatment. But remember, this budget process is really just starting at this point. Lawmakers can still shift money around, but they are required to pass a balanced budget by the end of this session. Reporting from City Hall, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News, Midday.
Now, as you just heard Shannon mention, the governor is asking lawmakers for more than $4 million to expand the Thrive Academy within DJS. That program is modeled after Baltimore City's group violence reduction strategy, which provides services and supervision for people who show a potential for violence. The city first launched GVRS in the Western District, which saw more killings than any other district in the city last year.
He is copying the wrong answers from the dumbest kids in the class.
We can't allow the Thrive Academy to be the substitute for violent individuals who have shown a propensity towards it and think that's the way we deal with them.
Now, this brings us to our question of the day. With a looming budget deficit, what should lawmakers do? Raise taxes or shrink government? So far, 94% of people who voted say shrink government. To make your voice heard, head to foxbaltimore.com/vote. Now, Governor Moore standing by the work of DJS Secretary Vincent Schiraldi amid concerns from Schiraldi's current and former colleagues.
Vincent Schiraldi was a disaster. I'm telling you, as God is my witness, I could not believe what I saw.
I know that I've reached out to him on multiple occasions. Unfortunately, there has been a level of unresponsiveness.
Well, as Olivia Dan shows us, we pressed the governor about those concerns. Olivia.
Well, questions continue to surface about the previous job performance of DJS Secretary Vincent Schiraldi, and so do questions about his hiring process. But now those who worked with him last are speaking up. Take a listen.
Nobody thought he did a good job. Nobody can say that he improved the criminal justice system or the jails in New York City. He made them much worse, period.
He came in here with this mindset of providing everything for the inmate population and not providing things that we needed. Wasn't concerned about our well-being at all.
From the New York City councilman who oversaw corrections to the union chief who oversaw correctional officers, both insist Vincent Schiraldi, who served 7 months as New York City's corrections commissioner, left New York's Rikers Island in critical condition. A year after leaving the New York position, Governor Wes Moore appointed Schiraldi to lead Baltimore's Department of Juvenile Services. For the past week, we've been asking the governor these questions right there on your screen. What steps did the administration take to vet DJS Secretary Vincent Schiraldi? Is Governor Moore aware of the humanitarian crisis that occurred on Rikers Island during Schiraldi's leadership? Are DJS facilities fully staffed? And finally, what actions have the administration taken to ensure public safety? The governor hasn't replied yet, but has indicated that questions about Schiraldi's past have already been answered.
Now, we still have a lot of work to do. But if there's anyone who is up to the job, it's our Secretary of Juvenile Services, Vinny Schiraldi.
Schiraldi was the only appointee in the governor's cabinet that did not draw the full support of the legislature. For now, reporting in Baltimore, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News.
Just in, a 62-year-old man is missing after Baltimore County Police say he was attacked and pushed into a car last night in Gwynn Oak. Take a look at your screen. Officers are looking for 62-year-old Joel Edwards. Police say he was attacked by a person around 8:40 last night on Forest Hill Road. That is just off of Liberty Road. They say after being attacked, he was then forced into a car and is currently missing. He is described as about 5'11", 260 pounds. He was last seen wearing a black puffy jacket, black boots, a blue long sleeve shirt, and blue sweatpants. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to call police. 11:07 now, and here's a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number one, Baltimore County Schools has launched an investigation after Pikesville High School's principal was allegedly recorded making racially charged comments. Baltimore County School Superintendent Miriam Rogers calling the recorded statements, quote, deeply disturbing. Billy Burke, the executive director of the union that represents Baltimore County administrators, spoke to the Baltimore Banner saying the recording was faked using artificial intelligence. Trending number two, it is day two of jury selection in Marilyn Mosby's second federal trial. The former Baltimore City State's attorney faces 2 charges of making false statements on a loan application relating to her purchase of Florida vacation homes during the pandemic. If Mosby is found guilty, she could face decades in prison. She already faces up to 10 years in prison after 2 perjury convictions in November. She won't be sentenced for those until the conclusion of this mortgage fraud trial. Trending number 3, Baltimore City Councilman Antonio Glover says city leaders need to take stronger action against youth crime after a 17-year-old was shot in the face in his district. The Tuesday night shooting happened near the Bel Air Edison Safe Street site, which shut down in October due to an FBI investigation. Trending number 4, Baltimore City officials announced BPD has reached full compliance on 2 aspects of the consent decree. The agreement between BPD and the Justice Department has been in place since 2017, following an investigation into unconstitutional policing after the death of Freddie Gray. Still ahead, do you have a hard time going to sleep at night? If so, you're not alone. How poor sleep is becoming a bigger complaint among Americans. And yet another instance of an unruly passenger. What fellow passengers say one man did before biting a flight attendant and forcing the plane to have to turn around.
We are looking at a cloudy and chilly day ahead of us today. The calm before the next storm arrives. We'll spend today in the mid and upper 30s. But come tomorrow, snow returns. I've got an updated look at the timeline of that winter weather maker and how much snow we're expecting in just a couple of minutes on Fox 45 News Midday at 11.
Fox 45 News, winner of 16 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
11:11 now, and taking a look at your social stream, the Texas Attorney General is refusing to comply with the Biden administration's order to stop blocking access to U.S. Border Patrol agents. Texas officials had until the end of Wednesday to adhere to a cease and desist from the Department of Homeland Security, permitting access to a site where 3 migrants drowned last week. In a statement, the state's AG says Texas will exercise its constitutional authority to protect its territory. The Biden administration has warned it will refer the issue to the DOJ. Here's the reaction. Why doesn't the U.S. handle the U.S.-Mexico border? Another one saying, what are we going to do? Ask it about it. Ask the Supreme Court that's mostly conservative. Well, a man has been arrested after allegedly biting a flight attendant while trying to open a plane's door from a flight from Tokyo to Seattle. Passengers say that man appeared to be drunk. 5 passengers helped subdue the man, who was later restrained with zip ties. That's scary. Here's what you're saying. Everything in the world is like a circus. That definitely sounded like it. Another one, please stop serving and pushing alcohol on planes. Guinness World Records is suspending the title of oldest dog ever, held by a Portuguese dog named Bobby, amid an investigation. Bobby was proclaimed as the world's oldest living dog and oldest dog ever last February at the age of 31. He was said to have been born in 1992 and died last October. Guinness said it is reviewing that title after receiving input from veterinarians questioning the dog's age. You're saying it's not uncommon for records to face scrutiny. The Guinness Book of World Records' decision to investigate Bobby's age reflects their commitment to accuracy before confirming such distinctions. Another one saying, regardless, Bobby was a good boy. What's still ahead? Could you do it? Give up your phone for a month? Just how much one company is offering to pay people to go on a month-long digital detox. 11:13 now on Fox 45 News Midday. We are back with a live look over Towson. Some grassy areas, still a little snow covered. You see maybe on some rooftops there. And we could see even more snow. Right now, we're tracking the next weather maker that could bring snow overnight. Just how much we could see is coming up. The latest now on the war in Israel. Israel confirms 253 hostages were taken by Hamas during the initial attack on October 7th, and 130 of those hostages are still in Gaza. This is the first time Israel has given a firm number about the hostages. This comes as a bipartisan group of U.S. senators says the U.S. cannot forget about those hostages and should continue supporting Israel until they are freed. The Federal Aviation Administration is expanding its investigation into quality control for Boeing 737 MAX 9 planes after the recent in-flight blowout of a door plug. The FAA now looking into manufacturing practices and production lines. The agency grounded 171 of the MAX 9 airplanes after the door failure. The in-flight blowout was on an Alaska Airlines flight almost 2 weeks ago. Apple's banned smartwatches are heading back to the shelves. That is despite its request to delay the U.S. ban on the watches being denied. The company says new Series 9 and Ultra 2 Apple watches will go back on sale today, but the watches will not have the blood oxygen measurement technology, which was found to have infringed on an existing patent. Coming up today at 4, continuing coverage of the juvenile crime crisis in Maryland, the different legislative priorities being proposed. Holding violent repeat offenders accountable in Baltimore City, the sentencing happening today, and how a recent team-up played a role. Plus, the crisis at the southern border continues as a new poll sheds light on how Americans feel about the issue, the continued push to impeach DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and forecasts in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. 11:17 and now to today's talking point. Ditch your cell phone for a month and get paid 10 grand. Dairy company Siggy's Dairy is offering that unique digital detox to 10 people. To make sure participants don't cheat, Siggy's will send them a lockbox and a flip phone with a prepaid SIM card that's good for 1 month. When that month is up, the 10 participants could receive $10,000 and 60 cups of Siggy's yogurt. The company says the goal of the contest is to help people start new healthy habits this year and beyond. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle is here now. Could you give up your phone for a month?
Patrice, as you know, as my friend, I'm raggedy on the phone. So yes, I could give up the phone because I don't really use it anyway.
That is so interesting. Of the people that I spoke to throughout the day asking this question, the majority of them said, easily, no problem. I'd be happy to get rid of my phone for a little bit. I was surprised.
No, you know what? I gave up I had, you have a couple phones. I gave up one of my phones now.
Now I only need one. I can't keep up with 2.
Yeah, but the emergency things with the main concern, because that's when you feel bad when somebody needed you and you didn't respond.
They're going to give you a phone, so you at least have the flip phone for calls and emergencies. So you have that aspect of it, but it's all the other things you do on your smartphone, your texting, your emails, your apps. Would you miss all that or gladly walk away from it?
I wouldn't miss it. I wouldn't miss it. I wouldn't miss it. I'm not really stuck to it. But you're right, though. There are things that you do on the phone every day that are like work or like your personal life for real.
Everything is on there. So the least thing I do with my phone is talk on it.
Oh, yeah, I don't like talking on the phone.
I don't do
talking on the phone. Did you just look at your nails, Patrice?
I didn't. I thought, no.
You looked at your phone. You just looked at the phone while we did the break.
Listen,
wow.
I didn't say I could do it. If you can do it, you have till January 31st to apply.
Well, I'm not doing dairy. I'm not doing dairy, so that's why.
Well, after going more than 2 years with no real snow, we could see our second snow in less than a week. Meteorologist Amy Aronson is timing it all out for us.
We are looking at a winter weather advisory already posted for tomorrow morning. Goes into effect very early tomorrow at 4 a.m. and will run through 7 o'clock in the evening. This is due to the potential for 1 to 3 inches of snow, and that's going to create some slick spots, some slippery travel as we head through the day tomorrow. Here's a closer look at the timing. Overnight snow and rain will start. Snow to the north, some rain to the south. Everybody should see at least some accumulating snow early tomorrow morning up through midday. So up through lunchtime, I think that's when we see the steadiest snowfall. And then after that, more scattered snow showers through the early evening hours. Things should wrap up shortly after 7 o'clock. So let's take a look at where that weather maker is coming from. It's pushing in from the west. Looks kind of disorganized right now, but it will get its act together as it heads our direction. It's not a really, really strong system. It's a weak system, but enough to send us some travel impacting snow. Before that gets here, it's just cloudy and chilly today with temperatures in the mid and upper 30s. A little better than it has been in recent days. Here comes that moisture pushing in from the south and west very early tomorrow morning. So by the time you wake up, we're tracking this, a steady light light snow across our region. With ground temperatures below freezing, I don't think the snow will have trouble sticking, so we will see some slick spots because of that. Snow showers will be ongoing through late morning, through midday, and then they become more scattered in nature as we head through the second half of the day and the early evening hours. Here's an updated look at how much snow we're expecting. Highest amounts will be across extreme northern parts of the state, 2 to 3 inches in most locations. If you're just south of the city, most likely just an inch or two there, and then in southern Maryland, a trace to an inch of snow expected. Leading up to that, it's cloudy and chilly today, highs in the mid-30s. Tomorrow we start off with steady light snow in the morning, scattered showers during the afternoon. Temperatures will stay right around freezing all day long. Behind this system, it's going to be frigid for the game on Saturday at M&T Bank Stadium. Bundle up. Actual temperatures in the mid-20s, feel like temperatures in the teens. Quick look at your 10-day forecast shows weather alert tomorrow due to that snow potential. Cold for the Ravens game on Saturday, but after that, a warming trend will follow. We're back in the 40s and even the 50s by next week.
All right, still ahead, a fan favorite sandwich shop is opening in Maryland. We've got a sneak peek of the menu. But first, Amazon is expanding its use of AI, how the tech will soon help you shop online. I don't need help. I'm pretty good at it. A big night of TV at 8, it's Hell's Kitchen. Then at 9, it's Gordon Ramsay's Road Trip Spanish Vacation. Then it's Fox 45 News at 10, followed by the late edition at 11. 11:22 now on Fox 45 News Midday. $11.25. Don't miss this. Retail sales rose more than expected in December, up 0.6%. The increase for the year ending in December was 5.6%. It's a sign the holiday shopping season held up despite higher interest rates. Amazon is testing a new artificial intelligence tool to help shoppers navigate the site. The new feature aims to help avoid scrolling through reviews and streamline finding specific product information. Unlike other AI chatbots, Amazon's can only answer questions specific to products. And Samsung is expanding its use of AI. The company announced the next generation of the Galaxy S24 will include an embedded generative artificial intelligence feature. Samsung says AI will enhance translation products with a split-screen view, providing transcripts in real time. Users will also be able to use AI to improve voice commands. Meanwhile, as Google moves toward AI, it is laying off some workers on its advertising sales team. Data shows that already this month, tech firms have let go more than 7,500 employees as they scale back in other areas to instead make big investments in artificial intelligence. It's time now for your lunch break. A famous Pittsburgh restaurant is moving into Ravens territory. Primanti Brothers has announced plans to bring its iconic restaurant to Linthicum Heights. Look at that sandwich. The Pittsburgh-based company is known for those sandwiches, which they pile high with meat, cheese, French fries, and coleslaw. But if sandwiches aren't your thing, they also have classics like burgers, pizzas, and wings. The restaurant is set to open later this spring. There's already a Primanti Brothers in Hagerstown. Well, that's all we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle is up next. Mark Clark back to tell us what they're working on.
Okay, Patrice, a woman says she's figured out a foolproof way to secure a date every single time a friend even mentions a guy she might like. The move she makes that's going viral. Wait a minute, you gotta come check this out. Be More Lifestyle is coming up next.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with comedian Ray Diva is here. Let me tell you, what's up, ladies? Let me tell you right now.
Happy Friday Eve.
A woman's dating hack is going viral. She says anytime a friend or coworker tries to connect her with someone, she takes control and immediately asks for the person's Instagram handle so she can follow them and connect. She says that cuts out the waiting for the friend to follow through and set you up.
Ooh, I like that.
That's overly pressed, I think.
You think so?
I do.
Look, it's a thirstiness there.
I gotta wait for them to reach out to me so I don't look like overly pressed. Yeah, because I don't.
See, the radio is cool.
We'll look at your Instagram to see about your life.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to know about your life.
There's a
Lady
reason
T,
why
what do
she
you
said
think
that.
about this
So
technique?
the reason why she said that is because sometimes they'll be like, oh, the guys will be like, oh, I don't have social media. Those are the ones you got to watch out for.
Oh, they say they don't have it, but they do.
And they end up not having it like at all. And you're like, well, why don't you have social media? And them the ones you got to watch out for because they hide in something.
Oh, the ones that don't have
yes,
it.
Yes, the ones that don't have, they'll be like, oh, I'm not on social media. Them the ones always hide in something.
What about if they have it, but say they don't have it, but you already know they have it because you looked it up?
Well, if you're just meeting them, there's no way. If you're just meeting them, there's no way to know that. But if you did your research, ahead of time and you went on K-Search, and you did that background check.
For more like this, you got to pay. But you follow someone online in hopes of getting a date. Vote now on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. Now, first, it was I was out socks. Now it's our scarves. A new trend online is claiming you can tell if someone is Gen Z or millennial based on how they wear their scarf.
That's true.
According to the theory, millennials double the scarf and pull it through a loop.
Yeah, that was our time.
Gen Z wraps it around their neck and tucks it in.
Oh, they tuck theirs in?
Yeah, no, it's.
They're little tuckers?
They're little.
The little tuckers? The winners of it is Gen X.
Yes.
You Gen X.
The best scarf wearer was Sherlock Holmes. We all know that.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
Okay.
You went there. That was Gen.
There was an investigation, obviously.
That was
baby boom times. That was
Wow. Sherlock Holmes just rose
That's
from
a
his grave and
throwback. I was like, where'd you bring that from?
About me? Wow. So, Lady T, now you are him and on. You agreeing?
I just am like.
You are agreeing with this
You're
information?
not agreeing with the 19th century.
Kinda. You know what I noticed? Gen Z, they are overboard with their scarves. They wrap it around so many times it's covering half of their face. But for us, it was like a style thing. So it kind of like we shine with it. But I feel like they do everything wrong.
But Lady T, we can't follow Gen Z or Gen X
at all.
They wear sweats in the
and
summer.
it's the end of the alphabet.
We can't
follow
follow.
the end of the alphabet. So we're not following them at all.
Can I
I'm
mention
done with
that
them.
is how when it comes to me, it's all about length.
Oh,
okay.
Of the tie.
And for many of us women, it's about length as well.
If
Yes.
it's long, then I do the double loop and come through.
You know what?
If it's too short, I just have to go here.
Yes, you're actually right.
Come on,
Depending on
guys.
how long the scarf is. You do like a double wrap, or if you don't want to be bothered for the day, you just cover your whole face up and you just, you live in that scarf.
Survey.
For the day.
You did not get kicked off the air. Great. A new survey shows Americans are struggling to get a good night's sleep. A Sleep Foundation survey found that 37% of Americans slept somewhat or way worse in 2023 compared to earlier years. And data from Google Trends reveals searches for the word sleep reached a record number high last year. Because of the weather, I crashed here at the station, right?
Yeah.
And so for 2 days, I got my monitor on. For 2 days, I had no REM sleep.
Wait, really?
Wait
You just were like, you a light sleeper. You a light sleeper. He was
that
thinking.
can't be healthy.
He can't.
So
No, that's
last night
not
when
good.
I returned home, I did get it like 5 minutes.
Lord.
So guys, are you shocked by this sleep thing? You seem like you be somebody up all
The
night.
internet will make you not sleep.
Yeah, it's true.
On
The
it a lot.
ratchetness and foolishness in
Yes,
the world.
it's true.
But edibles and alcohol will do the job.
Yeah, definitely.
Lady T,
Yeah.
you seem like you
No, I never.
light sleeper.
I am not a light sleeper.
Really? You're in?
Once I hit REM sleep, I'm unconscious. But yes, and the best sleep I've had was when I was a baby. But no, I really just feel like we need to.
When I was a
we
baby.
really
Thank
need
you.
to. We got to step up our sleep game. But like, we're not getting the right amount of sleep.
I
We
know.
slept a lot during the pandemic because most of us had COVID.
No.
But it was. And did you sleep
Disease
like
put
12
us out.
hours when you had it? I mean, it was a lot. Anyway.
Now, not
but yeah,
to say
sleep.
I
We need to
endorse
get our
it,
sleep.
But what you said is so
We need
true.
rest.
Edibles, I've heard, will knock you out.
It will knock you out. It'll also make you see things.
We can't.
It'll also make you see things.
But also, I just
we
got...
don't want to.
It's delirious.
People roll into them dispensaries like crack houses now. So
No,
I mean,
wait a
we don't want to
minute.
encourage.
And the edible levels now are crazy. I went to the dispensary. I'm talking about the milligrams game
Yeah.
is crazy. People are getting knocked
You
out.
got to microdose.
Okay.
You got to microdose. That's what Medea said.
Speaking of microdosing, where are you going to be?
February the 2nd, we're going to be.
Ooh. Oh,
that's right.
Somewhere. Where's
She said, can
We'll
you
tell
help
you
me
about
here?
it next week.
We'll tell you about it next week with more details on Fox
Lady
45.
T's coming up. We're going to see you later.
I got tea in the house. Bye,
History
guys.
is made at the recent Emmy Awards, as you saw right here on Fox. Coming up, Lady T shares a recap of the night's biggest wins and winning new space on your phone. Coming up, how to increase your phone's memory with a handy new accessory. Stick around.
Just delete the numbers.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
So if you're constantly running out of memory on your phone because it's full of photos and videos, Julie Moran has your solution. Here she is with a money-saving deal on a handy new phone accessory.
The following segment is sponsored by Noki.
There is nothing more frustrating than when you want to take a photo and your phone says, storage full. Oh, and it always happens at the most inconvenient times. I was just at my godson's wedding and I took hundreds of photos. If I had had the Click Free Pro, I would have loaded them onto this and gifted him one of these as a keepsake of his special day. And the Click Free Pro can store thousands of photos and videos while fitting easily in your hand. You know, other storage options they're bulky, they're expensive, and sometimes you need other accessories to work with different devices. Well, this has a port. Look at this. Look how easily that went in for each device. So you can use it with your laptop or your tablet. It's light and it's a great deal. The Click Free app, this is really cool, allows you to scan old photos so they don't sit on a shelf or a box anymore. And also, this is really cool. I love this little carrying case. It's cute. They come in lots of different colors, just perfect. Right now, we are offering 50% off. Did you hear what I said? Get this, 50% off on the Click Free Pro. So I want you to head over to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer. And believe me, these are going to go very, very quickly.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Margot Burr.
It's cold outside, but that's no reason to sacrifice comfort. Here with some winter essentials is lifestyle expert Margot Burr. Margot, what do you have to fight germs and keep us warm this cold and flu season?
That's right. So what we have right here on this table is our active coffee machine descaler solution that retails for $19.95, as well as our hot tub filter cleaner, which retails for $19.95, and our hand soap tablets that retails for $16.95. And you can purchase all of this from useactive.com or amazon.com. Now, the coffee machine descaler, it removes buildup inside any type of espresso or coffee machine. It's also compatible with single serve and multi-cup makers. Moving over to our hot tub cleaner, it also cleans and descales any cartridge style hot tub and spa filters to remove grease and soap oils. Now, moving on to those foaming hand soap tablets, it has a natural citrus scent, and all you have to do is just add water to your foaming soap dispenser, and it also moisturizes and cleans your hand with a non-toxic formula that foams up. So as you can see, these are the little tablets. You just put them in some water, it's gonna foam up, and it's also cost effective because all you have to do is just add the tablets without actually purchasing the hand soap.
I love it. Okay, what about for pet lovers? What do you have for pet lovers?
All right, so for our pet lovers, what we have right here is our Tractive GPS. Now, I have a little furry friend myself. His name is Coda. So all you have to do is clip this to the collar of your dog. So what we have right here, these plans start at just $5 a month, and they retail for $49.99, and you can get these from Tractive.com. Now, more than 1 million pet parents use Tractive to follow their pets every step. Cat and dog owners love Tractive's live GPS updates, and you get alert if they leave with activity. These are 100 waterproof, and they attach right to your pet's collar. These are rechargeable, and they last up to 10 days with just one charge.
I love those. Okay, any fashion tips you have for us, Margot?
That's right. So what we have right here are our Invisa socks. Now, these retail for $16.95, and you can get these from InvisaSocks.com. Now, they come with multiple different colors. We have black, gray, tan, white, nude, you name it, we got it. It's for both men and women, and they offer superior comfort and function, and is the world's most comfortable sock. Now, these are made from soft cotton spandex blend, and they also have a no-slip design. These are breathable, and they also end annoying problems like sweat, odor, and blisters. And if you look at the bottom of the sock that I have right here in my hand, you can see that it has that no-slip design. So if you're looking for a sock that's actually going to stay on and do what it says it's going to do, especially during the wintertime, these are the perfect way to go.
A lot of cool things. Now, where can we get more information?
So you can go to my website, which is It's Margot Burr, for more information.
All right. Thanks so much, Margot.
Thank you.
Still ahead, the lineup for this year's Coachella Festival is announced, and 2 members of the royal family are hospitalized at the same time. Lady T shares everything we know about King Charles's health and his daughter-in-law, Kate. She got the hot tea. Pour it, Lady T. Time to spill the tea. This Thursday, Lady T joins us with the hot and steaming tea.
Hello, fellow tea sippers. All right, here is the tea. So the royal family is dealing with some health issues, it seems, y'all. King Charles III will be receiving treatment next week, according to Buckingham Palace. He has an enlarged prostate. All of his public events are now postponed as he recuperates. He's 75 years old. His daughter-in-law, Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, she had an abdominal surgery, and she's going to remain hospitalized for 2 weeks, y'all. So TMZ said her illness is still a mystery, but they did report that it's non-cancerous, so we can rule that out, thank goodness. Praying for a speedy recovery for them both. Mark, can you believe I was like at the same time?
Wow. I mean,
is that not strange?
It is weird. I'm sure they have the finest doctors in the world, though.
They do, though, and they're going to take care of that royal family because they want the bloodline to live on.
Yeah, the king. Yeah.
Yes, they wanted to. So yeah, okay, yeah. But I love the royal family, so I'm really hoping for the best for them also. So I'll have an update about Kate and what her condition actually is. Hopefully, when they release more details by next week. That everything's on hush hush with the royal family.
Yes,
so
yes.
I have to keep you posted.
Our
Mark,
insider.
okay. All right. Up next, you guys. There is no doubt that this next spotted tea is piping hot. We're about to get a no doubt reunion with Gwen Stefani. It was recently announced that they're going to headline Coachella. Now the group hasn't performed together in a long while. So TMZ says the last time they actually performed together was in 2015 in DC. The music festival Coachella is in April of this year. You got to block off your calendar for this, y'all. Okay, so it's the 12th, the 13th, the 19th, and the 20th. And there's also, guess who else is performing? Lana Del Rey, Tyler, the Creator, which I feel like he's always there. But y'all, I'm excited. Doja Cat's gonna be there. And of course, Ice Spice is gonna spice up the show as well. You know what, Mark? I actually like this lineup, but nothing beats that Baychella. Well, nothing beats when Beyonce did Coachella. Nothing beats that. But I actually approve of this lineup because Doja Cat really puts on a really great show. So what do you think?
Who doesn't put on a great show is Ice Spice.
No, I like the twerking.
If they told her
I like the twerking. Stop it.
She would be banned. She'd be like, what do I do then?
Yes, no. I think she puts on a pretty good show, depending on who she's performing with, I have to say.
Yeah.
But I miss her fro. She straightened everything out. I miss the Ice Spice fro. Bring it back, sis, okay? Up next, you guys, because the tea keeps pouring. All right, and here is your Emmys tea-cap. All right, so actress Niecy Nash went viral for her speech.
I loved it. Him and his mama and his beard. I mean, that's a package deal.
It is.
His mama and the beard all come together. Yeah.
I cannot with you. His mama, the beard, all of that.
All of it.
Congrats to all of them. I got to continue watching Abbott Elementary School, but shout out to Niecy Nash, the fabulous woman, for that win. All right, that's it for the tea for today. Now, y'all know what to do at home. Y'all got to go sip on all that tea.
I understand the new lady teacup is on the way. After going more than 2 years with no real snow, we can see our second snow in less than a week. Meteorologist Amy Aronson is tracking it all right now. What's going on, Amy?
We are looking at a winter weather advisory already posted for tomorrow morning. Goes into effect very early tomorrow at 4 a.m. and will run through 7 o'clock in the evening. This is due to the potential for 1 to 3 inches of snow, and that's going to create some slick spots, some slippery travel as we head through the day tomorrow. Here's a closer look at the timing. Overnight snow and rain will start. Snow to the north, some rain to the south. Everybody should see at least some accumulating snow early tomorrow morning up through midday. So up through lunchtime, I think that's when we see the steadiest snowfall. And then after that, more scattered snow showers through the early evening hours. Things should wrap up shortly after 7 o'clock. So let's take a look at where that weather maker is coming from. It's pushing in from the west. Looks kind of disorganized right now, but it will get its act together as it heads our direction. It's not a really, really strong system. It's a weak system, but enough to send us some travel impacting snow. Before that gets here, it's just cloudy and chilly today with temperatures in the mid and upper 30s. A little better than it has been in recent days. Here comes that moisture pushing in from the south and west very early tomorrow morning. So by the time you wake up, we're tracking this, a steady light snow across our region. With ground temperatures below freezing, I don't think the snow will have trouble sticking, so we will see some slick spots because of that. Snow showers will be ongoing through late morning, through midday, and then they become more scattered in nature as we head through the second half of the day and the early evening hours. Here's an updated look at how much snow we're expecting. Highest amounts will be across extreme northern parts of the state, 2 to 3 inches in most locations. If you're just south of the city, most likely just an inch or two there, and then in southern Maryland, a trace to an inch of snow expected. Leading up to that, it's cloudy and chilly today, highs in the mid-30s. Tomorrow we start off with steady light snow in the morning, scattered showers during the afternoon. Temperatures will stay right around freezing all day long. Behind this system, it's going to be frigid for the game on Saturday at M&T Bank Stadium. Bundle up. Actual temperatures in the mid-20s, feel like temperatures in the teens. Quick look at your 10-day forecast shows weather alert tomorrow due to that snow potential. Cold for the Ravens game on Saturday, but after that, a warming trend will follow. We're back in the 40s and even the 50s by next week.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by U.S. Virgin Islands Department of Tourism.
And if you're longing for a tropical getaway, the U.S. Virgin Islands is home to some of the world's most stunning beaches and luxurious resorts. Joining us to talk about that and share tips on how to best experience is the U.S. Virgin Island the Commissioner of Tourism, Joseph Pasciolti. Joseph, what are the latest developments to the U.S. Virgin Islands that set it apart as a unique destination?
Thank you for having me. First, I want to begin by saying there's no passport necessary to travel to the U.S. Virgin Islands. So no passport necessary. Easy to get in, easy to get out. I want to highlight a couple new resorts that we just had open in the territory last month. The Westin at Frenchman's Reef, and then the Bowie House at Morningstar. Two Marriott Bonvoy properties have recently opened up in the territory.
Okay, Joseph, I got to come see you. Now, how's the U.S. Virgin Islands making it easy for visitors to travel to the islands?
Yeah, we have lots of lift up and down the eastern seaboard, direct flights into the territory from Boston, south to Miami. Of course, the tri-state area is covered. Flights close to where you are in Baltimore, out of Dulles, direct in, and Philly. So direct lifts in from those two airports. Of course, the connectivity through Atlanta, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, to get to us in St. Thomas or St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands.
And can you share some of the activities that visitors should explore to truly experience the diverse landscapes and islands and what they have to offer?
Well, what I like to do is just sit back and in a beach chair and enjoy the beautiful sand and water. But
Yes.
if you want to do more than that, you can always get out on horseback ride on St. Croix, ATV excursions on St. Thomas and St. Croix. Lots of activities to do on the water itself, whether it's in a powerboat or a catamaran, and sail around in between the islands. And then lots of beautiful diving, especially in St. Croix, as you make it down to the islands. And St. Thomas continues to be one of the top stops for cruise ships. So there's very great shopping in St. Thomas for you to enjoy.
Joseph, as we wrap things up, I know we have some carnivals and celebrations taking place this year. Tell us about that and then where we go for more information.
Yep, go to 3 Reasons. We have 3 Reasons to Fet, St. Thomas Carnival last week of April, St. John Celebration over the 4th of July week. And the Cruising Christmas Festival happens the last week of December into January. You can find out all of this information at visitusvi.com. Visitusvi.com, or you can find us on our social media handles on TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram.
All right, good seeing you here, man. I look forward to seeing you there coming up, okay?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Definitely. Still ahead, would you try it? A woman is sharing her hack to getting a date every single time, coming up to Foolproof Hack, and if you give it a go.